Big U is often described as one of the most vicious, ruthless, and feared figures, portrayed by some as a savage and a killer, a top general within the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips. He cannot even attend his own son's funeral, after his son was reportedly killed in a barrage of gunfire while Big U is serving time. It is unfortunate that Big U cannot attend his beloved son's funeral due to what the LAPD has described as a serious safety threat. He has allegedly been accused by various sources of masterminding and ordering hits on several young black men, including Nipsey Hussle, Sam Negus, and other talented individuals, though these claims have not been proven in court. Eugene Henley Jr., known as Big U, was one of 18 members of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips named in a federal complaint that listed a series of federal charges.
My house and then
Hey, hop the fence and did some whole shit. They somewhere over here.
Yo, blue. Right here. Yeah. Give me a second.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This weird snitching. They caught his ass right there. They got him right there. He got that all black on.
Carlos, again. Carlos.
Hey, snitching on him.
Big U just got the worst news. Eugene Big U Henley's application for temporary release to go to his son's funeral rites has been denied in court. In a hearing in California federal court on Monday, November 17, Judge Fernando La Rocha officially prevented Big U from leaving prison as he awaits trial for his RICO case. He was asking for the ability to attend the Islamic funeral rites of his son Jabari, who was killed in South Los Angeles on Halloween.
On a shooting we first brought you yesterday morning, a man killed in South LA on Halloween night is the son of a former rap executive and alleged former gang leader.
34-year-old Jabari Henley is the son of Eugene Henley, better known as Big U.
Where we at, but we on the block. Me and Cousin Capiz. Okay, this guy right here. This guy Nipsey Hussle right here. What is he doing? We in Brooklyn. Now, we all know goddamn well I can't fit in neither one of these cars. I can't fit in that one.
Come on, man. Shit real right here, man.
And I can't fit in that one. And you know an East Side nigga gonna find somewhere to eat. Look at Robert, where you going? And Black Salmon's on watch. Like, what is y'all doing? Black Salmon. Okay, we need this shit right. We in New Justice for them.
But your boy would have been there like, yeah,
On my
you
mama,
got
bro, I
it.
swear to God, everybody that was showing this shit, I'm
You
telling
did.
Nothing, you that nigga by himself, man.
Judge La Rocha instead offered an alternative, that Henley be granted a private visitation with his deceased son and a remote video conference that would allow him to view the funeral service. It was not clear as of this writing whether Henley has accepted the offer. Jabari Henley's Islamic rites are scheduled to take place on Friday, November 21st. The actual burial, which Big U did not request to attend, is happening the following day. The decision comes a day after U.S. attorneys argued against Henley's attendance at the rites by saying that he was too dangerous to be freed, even for a day, as he awaits trial. Ultimately, the defendant's release, for any amount of time, creates far too great a risk to justice in this case, and to human life, read the request. Defendants should remain detained for the safety of the community and the victims and witnesses of the crime. In their argument, attorneys outlined reasons they didn't believe that Big U should be freed, such as him having phone sex with his girlfriend and constantly violating phone call rules by using other inmates' privileges. In some of the calls, Big U used coded communications to discuss sending messages to co-defendants in his case, who are free until trial, demanding that no one in the case be allowed to plead guilty unless he does. In his ultimately unsuccessful application to the court for permission to attend the rites, Henley's attorney wrote, "The death of one's child represents an unparalleled human tragedy. The opportunity to attend and participate in the funeral rites is not literally a matter of personal preference, but a fundamental expression of human dignity." Henley is charged in a racketeering case with leading a mafia-like criminal organization. The criminal complaint against Henley and 6 others alleges that they were involved in a huge array of criminal activities: extortion, kidnapping, fraud, embezzlement, prostitution, and even murder. Meanwhile, Big U is in prison on racketeering charges. He was arrested in March 2025 for leading a Rolling 60s Crips gang enterprise. Prosecutors say he extorted celebrities, committed fraud, and was involved in a 2021 murder. He faces life in prison. The son of Big U, Jabari Baby Uwe Henley, who is widely known as the former manager of Nipsey Hussle and Sandman Niggas and a towering figure in Los Angeles street culture, tragically lost his life on Halloween night in 2025. The news sent shockwaves across South Los Angeles, radiating far beyond the neighborhoods directly connected to the Rolling 60s, touching the music industry, the sports world, and communities that have followed this family's story for decades. Authorities confirmed that the man who was fatally shot on Halloween was 34-year-old Jabari Henley, better known by the nickname Baby Wee. Jabari was the son of Eugene Big U Henley, a former rap executive whose name has hovered between entertainment, activism, and controversy for over 20 years. Big U rose to prominence for his work in artist development, most famously for helping guide the early career of Nipsey Hussle, as well as for the years of speculation and allegations surrounding his past leadership role within the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, one of the most recognized street gangs in America. On the night of the shooting, Jabari reportedly walked to a vehicle parked outside a smoke shop near Figueroa Street and 69th Street in South Los Angeles. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, someone inside the vehicle opened fire, striking Jabari multiple times before the car sped away into the night. Officers responding to the call found Jabari lying on the sidewalk, suffering from several gunshot wounds. Despite attempts to save him, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The gunman fled immediately, and as of now, no arrests have been made. Investigators have not publicly identified a motive, but the LAPD stated that Big U's alleged past gang affiliations are being weighed heavily as part of the ongoing investigation. Detectives are still working to determine whether the shooting was targeted, retaliatory, or connected to any broader conflicts.
For me being over and growing up in that area, I'm going to tell you guys this. He definitely has something to do with that. Wow. And justice for Nipsey. And I know that justice is coming for Nipsey. And I think people are going to be shocked once they see everything that really happened and how he played a part in it. So yeah, you guys are gonna start seeing stuff soon in regards to the part that he had to play in the demise of Nipsey. And he was very jealous of Nipsey. Me and Nipsey both went through stuff dealing with him.
Justice for Dip.
I'm
Your
telling
boy
you,
would have
look,
been there like, yeah,
man, on my
you
mama,
got
bro, I
it.
swear to God, everybody that was showing this shit, I'm telling you,
did.
nothing took that nigga by himself.
For me being over and growing up in that area, I'm gonna tell you guys this. He definitely has something to do with that.
Wow.
And justice for Nipsey. And I know that justice is coming for Nipsey. And I think people are gonna be shocked once they see everything that really happened and how he played a part in it. So yeah, you guys are gonna start seeing stuff soon in regards to the part that he had to play in the demise of Nipsey. And he was very jealous of Nipsey. Me and Nipsey both went through stuff dealing with him.
Eugene Henley once managed Nipsey Hussle and is alleged to be the former leader of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang. Police say Jabari was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th Street after he walked up to a vehicle and someone inside opened fire before driving off. Police say his father's gang ties are a major part of the investigation.
We're gonna talk about this big U, bro.
Huh?
We're gonna talk about this big U.
Absolutely. Well, it's not that something that I'm happy to talk about by any means,
Yeah,
but
rest in peace
unfortunately,
to Yui. Rest in peace to
R.I.P.
him. I didn't know him, but I know a lot of who did.
I got to hang out with him a few times. He was super cool, bro.
That's
This
what I
is
heard.
very
Yeah,
intense
yeah.
I heard he was
for
cool as
LA
hell.
right now. I know a lot of people are mourning, and to have Big U locked up and have one of his sons
Yeah,
gunned
that's-
down, tragic.
I know he in that cell up right now. I know that's hella up, bro.
It's unimaginable.
You did.
He ain't realizing people screen record niggas.
The guys are like laughing in the clip too. It's kind of weird.
They with him. No, it ain't. It's Nip. That's what that means. That's what that means. Cause that dude is the most vicious, conniving snake I've seen. For him to say all this little brother shit about Nip, and on Paru for me to know what I know, bozo wozo.
That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with,
Right.
he was hustling. He was getting money a lot of different ways. He put me up on that CD thing a long time ago when he was in high school. He actually built the computer, young, with the burner in it, and was showing me. I was like, man, he's bringing backpacks full of equipment, and then he bringing it in the bedroom. We share the bedroom. I'm like, bro, get up out of here, man. I'm clean. I want my shit clean.
Right.
I'm like, get this junk out of here. I'm building the computer. I like, bro, was working, and then he stole a CD burner. He got one, and he put it in, and he showed me, and he came back, I think, one day from high school with like $300. So this is the time I'm flipping burgers still. I'm making like 60, 70 a day.
Off of
CDs. Yeah. All the news, he was telling me, I go to Napster, I get it before it comes out. I got a list, and he showed me these lists. He like, I got another 300-400 orders that I'm burning today to get to school. So I was just, now I'm like, all right, show me.
This killing came at an already turbulent moment for the Henley family. Earlier in the year, Big U himself had been indicted in a sweeping 43-count federal case, accused of orchestrating a mafia-style criminal organization spanning South Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Prosecutors in that case also linked him to the 2021 murder of an aspiring rapper, adding to the long list of allegations he has continuously denied. The indictment reignited public debate about Big U's true role in the streets, his influence in the music industry, and whether his community involvement in recent years has been genuine reform or simply a strategic rebranding. Jabari's death devastated his family, none more visibly than his younger brother, Diane Henley, a linebacker for the Los Angeles Chargers. Diane took the field the day after learning the news, playing through intense emotion. After recording a major sack against the Tennessee Titans, he dropped to his knees visibly overwhelmed, paying tribute to his brother in front of thousands of fans. The moment quickly circulated online as a reminder of the human cost behind headlines and legal battles. As the investigation continues, the city is left grappling with yet another tragic loss, tied to a family whose name sits at the intersection of hip-hop, community activism, street history, and federal scrutiny. For many, the death of Baby Wee is not just another statistic in Los Angeles' yearly violence. It's a painful reminder of how deeply intertwined legacy, reputation, and circumstance can be. Authorities are urging anyone with information to come forward as they attempt to piece together what happened that Halloween night. For now, questions remain, and the Henley family faces yet another chapter of grief, uncertainty, and public attention. Anyway, I'm here with an update on one of the most notorious 60s figures in Los Angeles, arguably in the world, Big U. In the streets, there aren't many names that ever carried weight like his. Unfortunately, it seems like Big U is in trouble again. If you've been following the channel, you know the Henley family recently suffered a heartbreaking tragedy. Big U's son, Jabari Baby Wee Henley, passed away. He lost his life on Halloween night. People were devastated. I'm going to show you a quick clip to refresh your memory, and then I'll break down how the feds are allegedly doing Big U dirty over all of this. News recap. Police confirmed that 34-year-old Jabari Henley, son of Eugene Big U Henley, former rap executive, once manager of Nipsey Hussle, and an alleged former leader of the Rollin' 60s Crips, was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th. He approached a vehicle, someone inside opened fire, and they drove off. LAPD says his father's gang ties are part of the investigation. It's a sad situation. Jabari Baby Wee Henley's brother, Deanne Henley, Big U's other son, who plays in the NFL for the Chargers, responded publicly. His message basically said, 2025 has brought him more pain than joy, and losing his brother was the biggest hit of all. He promised to take care of the family and thanked people for their condolences. Whether people love or hate Big U, the man raised an NFL player. Whatever he did wrong, he clearly did some things right as a father. Now, what's really messed up is that Big U has been requesting a temporary day release from federal custody so he can attend his son's funeral. He's currently facing federal charges connected to a murder and a racketeering conspiracy involving allegations he embezzled money through his nonprofit, Developing Options. These are allegations. He's innocent until proven guilty, but the case looks rough. People get mad and say I'm picking sides, but it looks bad. If he beats it, good for him, but the evidence doesn't look good. Still, he asked the court for temporary supervised release so he could attend his son's Islamic funeral. In Islam, burials happen quickly. I'm not a scholar, but that's the practice. That left Big U scrambling to get permission. His attorneys filed a motion saying the family are devout Muslims and that these funeral rites are spiritually essential. They argued that denying him would add another layer of suffering on top of losing his son. They detailed the night Jabari Baby Wee Henley died. He went trick-or-treating with his family, had a quiet dinner, and was shot hours later in a parking lot. No arrests have been made. They offered strict conditions. He'd travel only between MDC Los Angeles and the mortuary, with a fixed itinerary, constant supervision, and no contact with any witnesses or co-defendants. They even included letters from LA residents praising his nonprofit work and calling him a man of redemption. But the feds clapped back hard. According to prosecutors, Big U is too dangerous to be trusted outside jail, even briefly. They argued he's unpredictable, violates jail rules constantly, and poses a risk to witnesses. They said letting him out, even for a funeral, could jeopardize the case and endanger people. They accused him of hundreds of jail violations, using other inmates' phone accounts, adding third parties through encrypted apps, telling people to use encrypted platforms only, slipping illicit photos through legal mail, having phone sex, and coaching his girlfriend to take a paralegal class just to pose as a legal visitor. They say he passed messages to co-defendants, contacted a confidential informant, pushed a rule that no one should plead guilty unless he does, and spent large sums on investigators despite having court-appointed lawyers. Because of all this, prosecutors argued he cannot be supervised, even by a private security team, because that team could include Rollins 60's members. They urged the judge to deny the request. The judge agreed. Big U's request was officially denied. The judge did offer an alternative: a private visitation with his son's body and a remote video link to view the funeral. It's not what he wanted, but considering the charges he's facing, it's actually a generous offer. Maybe they can arrange a private viewing in a way that still fits Islamic requirements. I don't know the logistics, but I hope it gives him something. Meanwhile, paperwork has been circulating online, and people like Christopher 600, Lovejoy, Big U's biggest online rival, have been clowning him hard. I'm not co-signing what he said, but he mocked the denial, pointed to the paperwork, accused Big U of cheating on his wife, breaking jail rules, doing sexual stuff on the phone, all that. He even claimed Big U was exposing himself in the hallway at MDC. Again, these are his claims, not mine. This beef has been going on for a long time and has gotten extremely personal. I covered it in a full documentary. Both sides have taken it far. Now, some people in the streets say Big U didn't actually commit the murder he's charged with. I can't confirm anything, but if that's true, maybe he beats the murder charge, though he might still be cooked on the corruption side. Either way, missing your own son's funeral is brutal. Now, some people in the streets insist Big U didn't commit the murder he's charged with. I can't confirm anything, but if that's true, maybe he beats the murder portion of the case. The corruption and embezzlement accusations might still stick, though, even if the homicide doesn't. Regardless of all the legal mess, missing your own son's funeral is one of the heaviest blows a person can face. Whatever he's accused of, he hasn't been convicted yet. The private visitation and video viewing may not be ideal, but it might help him fulfill at least some of the religious obligations that matter deeply to him and his family. It's a complicated case full of legal twists and personal tragedy.
You know, Big U is facing a lot of serious charges right now. I mean, you've spoken out about him in the past. I mean, do you think there's any truth to these allegations?
All the allegations are true, yeah.
I mean, why do you say so?
Because I was a victim, and the things that he has done to me, he's a monster, and everything that he's getting right now, he definitely deserves it.
Can you share what happened between you two?
Well, you know, he jumped on me. He lured me over to Nipsey Hussle's shop. He jumped on me while I was pregnant, beat me up, made me go to another part of the neighborhood. I got jumped by 3 girls. I still have a scar on my back from that incident. He lied on me. He extorted me. He threatened people not to work with me. I mean, he did a lot. He did a whole lot. And it wasn't just a singular thing he did. He did this throughout the years with me, with events, with people, with situations. He's just a monster. He's a bully, and he deserves to be in jail. He should have been in jail a long time ago.
I know one of the allegations against him is murder. I mean, you think that one's true then?
I don't understand why the family would lie. The family reached out to me, and I did speak with the family, and it's a sad situation because we're talking about a child. This was a child. Big U is a 60-year-old grown man. And you have 2 different type of people in this world. You have people that are screaming free a 60-year-old gangbanger, and then you have people that want justice for an innocent child. And you need to figure out what type of person you are. I know the allegations are true, you know, but they say you're innocent until proven guilty, but in my opinion, he's guilty of everything. People can look at my interviews from years ago when I was speaking out about this, when I went on Tasha K, WAC 100 spoke about it. They just spoke about it on No Jumper. I've been speaking about this for years. And as a woman, you know, you should never let a man think it's okay to put their hands on you. A person should never want to extort you or harm you just because they feel like it. That is crazy to me, you know? And for me, it makes me feel good that my story helped other people tell their stories. That's what I'm most happy about.
No, would him, going to jail help you, sleep easier at night? Do you feel like the LA streets are safer now?
Well, as far as me, I'm going to be safe regardless, if you know what I mean.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be safe regardless because I'm not playing. I'm going to protect myself. But I definitely feel like a lot of people, they're happy. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, we are so happy that he went to jail. I mean, this morning someone reached out to me and told me that he was extorting the food vendors. And I'm like, what? They were like, yes, he was extorting the food vendors at Crenshaw High. And I'm like, God damn, like he just extorted the whole city. So yeah, I think a lot of people are happy.
I know. There's talk about Big U that he was involved in Nipsey Hussle's death. I mean, have you seen any proof that would confirm that?
An incident that reportedly escalated to the point where Black Sam drew a heavy firearm and fired warning shots to force Big U and several Rollin' 60s members to back off. According to accounts, Nipsey Hussle was on the verge of being forcibly taken as a form of street-level discipline or punishment until Sam intervened decisively. Let's start with the background story. Nipsey Hussle and Black Sam were influential figures in the Crenshaw district of Los Angeles. Nipsey Hussle had invention and innovations mindsets. Black Sam, the brother of Nipsey Hussle, has spoken in several interviews about Nipsey's remarkable mindset and work ethic from a young age. He recalled how Nipsey was always curious, driven, and ahead of his time, often teaching himself how things worked. As a kid, Nipsey would collect discarded computer parts, sometimes even taking them from neighbors or local spots, just to piece together his own functioning computers. It was clear early on that Nipsey wasn't just creative, he was a visionary in the making. All of this took place well before their life-changing trip to Africa, specifically to Eritrea, their father's homeland. It was also before the moment Black Sam and Nipsey, in an effort to safeguard their hard-earned money, reportedly dug a hole and buried $250,000. The move was a strategic decision to protect their cash from potential robberies or police raids while they were away overseas. Nipsey and Sam were and still are prominent figures in the Crenshaw community. Although Black Sam never joined Rollin' 60s, he was a highly respected individual in the area and one of the major plugs of many of the Rollin' 60s for various things before he fully focused on the store and running Nipsey's All Money In label as a creative director and co-founder. Black Sam made about $1 million in his teenage. Nipsey was a beloved member, and notably, due to influential he had around so many people in LA, Nipsey had a daughter whose name is Imani. Nipsey's daughter's mother is reportedly Big U's niece, adding a familial connection between Nipsey and Big U. Around 2011, tensions reportedly escalated when Nipsey became concerned about the environment his daughter was exposed to while in the care of her mother. Allegedly, Nipsey confronted an individual at his daughter's mother's residence, resulting in a physical altercation. This incident reportedly led to Big U confronting Nipsey at the Marathon clothing store. An altercation ensued in the alley near the store, during which Big U allegedly assaulted Nipsey. Black Sam, witnessing the incident, reportedly fired a warning shot into the air to disperse the situation. The LAPD arrived shortly thereafter, detaining those involved. All parties were released the following day. Despite this confrontation, reports suggest that Nipsey and Big U reconciled in the years following the incident. Big U even served as Nipsey's road manager during the promotion of his album Victory Lap. I decided to make the depth story because I saw on many theories, and there seems to be a lot of confusion about what actually happened and what caused the infamous parking lot incident between Nip, Black Sam, and Big U. Some people say it was because Nipsey fired Big U as his manager, or it was because Nipsey dissed Big U in a song I'm addressing all shortly. Here's what happened. Many people don't know that Nipsey's daughter's mother is actually Big U's niece. There was a point in time where Nipsey and his daughter's mothers were bumping heads, and allegedly she had brought some people around his daughter or put her in an environment within the house. He was very upset by his babe mother. Try to put her beautiful daughter around people who are into drugs, molesters, alcohol, toxicity in general. In 2011, Nipsey allegedly went over to his daughter's mother's residence by himself and badly beat up and pistol whipped an individual who was with his child's mother at the time for having his daughter in an unsafe, inappropriate environment. He beat up the individual to almost fainted, and then his babe's father somehow got hurt in a mix of a fight, his babe mother and Big U family sending him to the hospital. I cannot confirm this, but allegedly his aggression had caused some sort of bodily harm to his daughter's mother as well. Big U got word of this and pulled up to the store while Nipsey was there and pressed him about it. Nipsey said things that Big U didn't like, and they fought in the alley near the store. Allegedly, Big U beat Nipsey up pretty badly, and more than enough. He also threatened Black Sam, who went in the store, retrieved a one of the big gun with so many rust he owned that time. People from Rolling 60s says it looks like Rust Tech. Black Sam hanged ropes in multiple shots which intimidated Big U. Sam blasted couple shots one time in the air to get Big U off of his brother. Big U heard couple gunshots laid down, backed off, almost ran. LAPD arrived within 1 minute of Sam's warning shot and arrived seeing some of the scuffle and Black Sam holding his pistol. LAPD immediately opened fire on Black Sam from about 30 yards away. Somehow, not one bullet hit Sam, and they all were ordered on the ground, roughed and handcuffed, while the chopper hovered over the store and taken to jail that night. They would all bail out the next morning. Nipsey and Big U settled their differences just a few weeks after the incident and got back close again around late 2016 and were on good terms when he passed. Big U was even his road manager on his promo tour for the Victory Lap promo during the release. Long live Nipsey, and Black Sam deserves the key to the city in LA for all the businesses he started and community work he's done. What so many people don't know is Sam never joined Rolling 60s. A lot of people always assumed, based on Black Sam throwing up the 60s sign, and even at the funeral, saying when Sam was scrapping and said, "You made the set proud, we proud of you." The whole world proud of you. What many don't know, Sam was official, just always focused on hustling more so than banging. Black Sam never joined the 60s. He was a renowned street hustler. The Crips respected him highly, and the community of Crenshaw District respected him as well. In an interview with Big U where he spoke about him and Big Sam never getting along, and specifically saying Big Sam wasn't from his hood. Black Sam was pressing 60s in the county jail and caught fades with some troubles and Hoovers. Many still question if Big U definitely set up Nipsey death. He got power in the Los Angeles Police Department. It looks like Big U got funding from the state to start a nonprofit gang intervention program. Big U wanted black tax of thousands of dollars for individuals come through in Crenshaw. Nipsey got tired of extortion, and this brings us to the situation where Nipsey Hussle brought Jay Khaled and John Legend video shoot without paying black tax to Big U. It was in Inglewood, and Nip had extra security. And this didn't sit well with extortionist Big U, because he wanted to be paid tax for anyone coming to the neighborhood. Big U was trained in martial arts as a teenager, and standing at a towering 6 feet 5 inches tall with a large and powerful presence, Eugene Henley. The relationship between Nipsey Hussle and his former manager, Eugene Big U Henley, has been the subject of various rumors, particularly concerning alleged extortion attempts. In a 2021 interview on Drink Champs, Big U addressed these rumors, stating, "We ain't got no beef, period. We never stopped talking, all the way up until he signed the deal with Atlantic Records. He called me and said, 'Unc, let's go.'" He emphasized that their relationship remained positive until Nipsey's death, and dismissed the extortion allegations as unfounded. However, in 2022, YouTuber Hassan Campbell claimed that Big U and music executive Whack 100 attempted to extort Nipsey's partner, Lauren London, over an alleged explicit video involving Nipsey. Campbell asserted he overheard a conversation between Big U and Whack 100 discussing this matter. These claims have not been substantiated, and Big U has not publicly responded to them. Additionally, in 2023, Big U sent a cease and desist letter to the No Jumper podcast after a guest suggested he had prior knowledge of Nipsey's death. Big U refuted these claims, stating they were false and damaging. While there have been allegations and rumors regarding Big U's involvement in extortion related to Nipsey Hussle, Big U has consistently denied these claims, and no concrete evidence has emerged to support them. Eugene Big U Henley, a prominent figure in Los Angeles' hip-hop and gang intervention scenes, is currently facing serious federal charges, including racketeering, extortion, fraud, and murder. These allegations have reignited discussions about his past associations, particularly with the late rapper Nipsey Hussle. Allegations against Big U. In March 2025, a federal grand jury indicted Big U on 43 counts, accusing him of leading a criminal enterprise known as Big U Enterprise. Prosecutors allege that he operated this organization as a mafia-like syndicate involved in various criminal activities, extorting celebrities, including professional athletes and musicians, embezzling funds from charitable organizations, notably the Developing Options nonprofit, which receives substantial funding from the Los Angeles mayor's office, orchestrating the murder of an aspiring rapper identified as RW in Las Vegas after the artist allegedly recorded a diss track about him. Connection to Nipsey Hussle. Big U played a significant role in Nipsey Hussle's early career, helping to launch him into the music industry. However, their relationship reportedly deteriorated over time. While there is no concrete evidence linking Big U to Nipsey's 2019 murder, speculation has arisen due to the nature of the charges against him and his alleged involvement in similar activities. Some sources suggest that Nipsey's efforts to distance himself from gang affiliations and his refusal to participate in extortion schemes may have created tensions. The charges against Big U have elicited varied responses. Rapper SKG, who claims to have been a victim of Big U's alleged abuse, expressed relief at his arrest, stating that he had terrorized the Crenshaw community for years. Conversely, Big U has denied all allegations, asserting that he is being targeted despite his efforts to help the community. As the legal proceedings continue, the full extent of Big U's activities and their impact on the Los Angeles hip-hop community remain under scrutiny. But now here, this is Start Get Suspicious. In a No Jumper viral interview, Whack 100 and Loose Cannon discussed a phone call from Big U that occurred shortly before Nipsey Hussle's tragic death. Loose Cannon claimed that Big U called him approximately 30 minutes before Nipsey was shot, a detail that has fueled speculation about Big U's knowledge of the events leading up to the incident of Nipsey Hussle death incident, and I will get into it on own separate video. There are many lessons we can learn from this story. The story of Eugene Big U Henley, his son Jabari Baby Wee Henley, and the tragic events surrounding their family. It is a story filled with tragedy, human complexity, legal intricacies, cultural considerations, and the weight of legacy. While some may focus on the sensational elements, gang affiliations, federal charges, or violent incidents, there are deeper lessons about life, choices, family, and humanity that emerge when we look carefully. Let's break them down, lesson by lesson. First lesson: life and consequences are intertwined. One of the most immediate lessons from Big U's story is the inescapable link between our actions and their consequences. Big U, whether rightfully or wrongfully accused, has a past filled with allegations of gang leadership, criminal activity, and involvement in a wide range of serious offenses. These allegations and his long-standing reputation create a cascade of effects, not just for him personally, but for everyone around him. The tragic death of his son Jabari illustrates how consequences can extend far beyond the person making the choices. Even though Jabari himself may not have been directly involved in criminal activity, he became indirectly impacted by the environment surrounding him. The ripple effect of one person's decisions can touch the lives of those closest to them in ways that are irreversible. This is a reminder that our choices, whether in career, personal life, or moral decisions, carry weight. They influence not only our trajectory, but also the well-being of those we love. Second lesson, personal tragedy can be amplified by circumstances. Grief is one of the most universal human experiences, yet it can be magnified by external circumstances. In Big U's case, the inability to attend his son's funeral adds an extraordinary layer of pain. Losing a child is, for any parent, an unimaginable tragedy. But when the legal system, public scrutiny, and alleged past behavior prevent a father from participating in the final rites, that grief is intensified. This shows us that life often compounds suffering with obstacles, and tragedy rarely comes in isolation. It reminds us to have compassion for others, because we rarely know the full context of their struggles. The lesson here is that hardship is multidimensional, and sometimes the environment we create through our actions can intensify the pain of personal loss. Third lesson, legal systems prioritize public safety over individual desire. Another crucial lesson is the role of the justice system in balancing human compassion against public safety. The court's decision to deny Big U temporary release to attend his son's funeral, citing him as a danger to the public and witnesses, highlights the legal principle that individual desires may be subordinated to societal safety. Even in moments of profound human suffering, the law often cannot bend fully to personal grief. While some may view the court's decision as harsh or lacking empathy, it demonstrates the difficult balancing act inherent in justice systems, protecting the community while attempting to preserve basic human dignity. This teaches us that fairness and justice often operate in tension with emotion, and that systems designed to protect the collective may sometimes feel cold or unyielding on an individual level. Fourth lesson, reputation and legacy. Our complex Big U's life exemplifies the complex duality of human legacy. On one hand, he is alleged to have been involved in severe criminal activities, including gang leadership, racketeering, and even murder. On the other, he is known for mentoring talented artists like Nipsey Hussle, raising a professional NFL player, and contributing to his community through various initiatives. This duality reminds us that people cannot be reduced to a single label. A person can be both destructive and nurturing, criminally accused and yet capable of positive influence. It's a lesson in nuance, urging us not to oversimplify human behavior and to recognize that legacies are rarely entirely good or entirely bad. They are often complicated, layered, and filled with contradictions. Fifth lesson, grief impacts everyone differently. The way grief manifests is uniquely personal, and the Henley family provides a vivid example. Diane Henley, Big U's other son and an NFL linebacker, demonstrated an extraordinary form of resilience. Just hours after learning of his brother's death, he stepped onto the field and performed at the highest level, then emotionally broke down during a public tribute. This teaches us that grief is not uniform. Some channel it into action, some into reflection, and some into public expression. There is no right way to process loss. Understanding that people grieve differently can foster empathy and patience in our own relationships, and it reminds us that resilience does not equate to the absence of pain. Sixth lesson, public scrutiny intensifies private pain. Another lesson comes from observing how tragedy unfolds in the public eye. The Henley family story was not just a private matter. It became a subject of widespread media coverage, social media debate, and public commentary. When grief is scrutinized and dissected publicly, the pain multiplies. This teaches us about the heavy burden of living life under public judgment and about the responsibility we all carry when engaging with public stories. Criticism and judgment can worsen already profound suffering. It's a reminder to approach the stories of others with empathy, humility, and restraint. Seventh lesson, redemption and human dignity remain core values. Even amidst allegations of serious wrongdoing, Big U's attorneys emphasized his right to honor his religious and cultural obligations, highlighting the importance of human dignity. This is a lesson in the enduring value of personal ethics and morality, even when a person's past or present actions are controversial. No matter the mistakes a person has made, the desire to act with dignity, to honor family, and to adhere to deeply held beliefs reflects a core aspect of humanity. This teaches us that redemption, or at least striving to maintain human decency, is always possible, even under challenging circumstances. Eighth lesson: the interplay between culture, faith, and law. Jabari Henley's Islamic funeral rites provide an example of how cultural and religious practices intersect with legal systems. In Islam, burial often happens quickly, which created urgency for Big U's request. The court's denial and the offer of remote video access demonstrate the challenge of honoring faith while adhering to legal restrictions. The lesson here is that cultural awareness and religious sensitivity are vital in navigating complex human situations. It reminds us that law is not always fully equipped to address spiritual needs, but compromise and creative solutions can sometimes bridge the gap. Ninth lesson: violence leaves ripple effects. The story highlights that violence rarely exists in isolation. Jabari's death was not only a personal tragedy, but a moment that reverberated through the Henley family, the South Los Angeles community, and beyond. Even if an act of violence is targeted, the consequences often extend far beyond the immediate individuals involved. This is a lesson in accountability, in understanding the broader consequences of violence, and in recognizing that every act has the potential to deeply affect multiple lives. It also underscores the urgency of creating safer communities to prevent such cycles of loss. 10th lesson: reflection for the broader community. Finally, Big U's story serves as a cautionary tale for all of us. It illustrates how choices, environment, affiliations, and community ties can shape the trajectory of a life and a family. Yet it also reminds us of resilience, love, and the human capacity to endure profound grief. The broader lesson is that life is rarely simple or straightforward. People live in complexity, with intertwined struggles, strengths, and failings. Awareness of this complexity can make us more empathetic, reflective, and conscientious in our own lives. My final thought: the story of Eugene Big U Henley and his son Jabari Baby Wee is deeply tragic, but it is also profoundly instructive. It is a narrative that forces us to confront the consequences of choices, the nature of grief, and the complexity of human morality. It reminds us that life does not offer clean, simple narratives, and that even amidst mistakes or controversy, there exists the possibility for love, resilience, and dignity. Big U's inability to attend his son's funeral reflects the harsh realities of accountability, yet the story also highlights enduring family bonds, faith, and personal perseverance. While headlines focus on crime, accusation, and sensationalism, the human truths beneath the surface are universal: grief, loss, struggle, and the relentless hope for redemption. Ultimately, this story encourages reflection on our own lives, the choices we make, the legacy we leave, and the care we extend to those around us. It teaches that life is complex, consequences are far-reaching, and that even in tragedy, there are lessons that can guide us toward greater empathy, responsibility, and humanity.